Previously on High Stakes Poker, our second session came to a killer close.
First big raise we made all night. Bling, bling, bling.
Why would you bet that much?
You said?
As Phil fought with fire,
Come on.
I thought you were just angry at Barry.
I am.
Daniel delivered a boat to Durr.
Find a river, or did you find your balls? River or balls?
I made a hero pool. I had a pair.
Wow.
And did Daniel Negreanu really slow roll Lex?
Bet 50.
I call.
You straight?
No?
I got a straight.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't.
I'm gonna kick it, pop it, rock it, take it. Got what it takes, you can play high stakes. I'm all in. Ladies ain't ladies unless they old ladies. I'm on Wall Street, that's what it takes, and got what it takes, you can play high stakes.
Howdy! If you're on the West Coast, and how you doing? You're on the East Coast, and hi, the rest of you. Well, so far this season, high stakes poker has been exciting and a little different. It's partly because of the quality of the players, and partly because we have not seen coolers like quads against full houses, or even used draws challenging made hands. But we are seeing a highly unusual and very imaginative plays. Like Phil Ivey's re-raise last week, all in with 5-deuce against Lex Veldhuis. That really sums up the quality of the play this season. What you are watching at this table is the nuts and bolts of what separates high-stakes players from your home games. This season is your opportunity to watch the greatest play no-limit hold'em. I hear the bell. Let's get back to school.
Thanks, Gabe. Our last session is about to get underway, and it's full of heavy hitters. Dwan, Ivey, and Negreanu are back, and they're joined by a murderer's row of high-stakes poker veterans. Elia Lesra, Mike Matisow, David Benjamin, and the legendary Doyle Brunson. The theme this season has been constant. Dwan keeps winning, and the veterans have feasted on the newcomers. Will that continue with this group? We'll find out soon enough.
And there's our new group. I don't know who that older fella is. He looks kind of congenial, like a nice older guy. Mike Matisow's back, and David Benjamin's back on High Stakes Poker, first time this season. Ellie's back, Tom Dwan, Ivey, Doyle, and we have a High Stakes Poker rookie, Bertrand Gropellier, who they call Elkie. Very hot on the World Tournament circuit.
What's that?
So this is going to be awkward.
I don't think they're going to play every hand.
I don't even need to wait.
I'll never get to play him.
You're never going to play.
There's a pair right there. This is him.
What do you got? You 275 or just what did you buy for?
Twine and Ivey bought in for 500 again. Daniel bought in for 341. At the beginning of our last session, he had 346. With all the winning and losing he did, it amounted to $5,000. Doyle is in for 300, and the other four guys are in for 200. Our first hand here, Tom Dwan's picked up ace-king suited.
Oh, he can't play by himself, man. Right? So here.
And Ellie in the big blinds is only caller. Once the hand starts,
Somebody pay attention.
this group shows a little more manners than our previous groups. Everybody's quiet. Lets the players play. Maybe that's because Doyle's at the table, and he's in charge of poker etiquette.
That's 4,500.
Ellie's trying to buy the pot here.
I'm
I
buying.
don't think he's going to get through Mr. Tom Dwan.
Oh, I already have the room there.
Go to Bilal's place.
Just as I compliment him, the big papa opens his mouth,
It's him and his partner. His partner wants to.
starts talking in the middle of the hand.
Have a nice.
Way more than this work, you know.
Ellie gets there on the river.
What else is new?
So you mean you guys with real hand for the first time?
He said unace, not like anything else. He had like the ace 7 or something.
That's pretty sweet. Bluff on the turn, catch the best hand on the river. Most of these players do know each other very well, play together all the time, so there'll be no shortage of chatter. And speaking of chatter, doesn't matter who else is at the table, once you add Mike Matisow, you're adding chatter. Unless, of course, Mike Matisow gets stuck right away. Then the chatter tends to die down a little bit.
No, we know the reason, Doyle. I didn't know the reason till now.
But it's about time for Mike to get lucky on high stakes poker. Hasn't been too lucky. Skipped last season. It's good to have Mike back, even with all the talk. Daniel's going to step up here in the second hand of the session and raise it to 6,800 with the button and the jack deuce of hearts.
How much more?
Yeah, I'd bet I could win on these too.
Actually,
6?
52,
right?
No, 60. Kill everybody because you love them all.
Doyle just limped with his ace-10 offsuit. And Big Papa's not going anywhere.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
But I did what you told me to do in the PLR. I played been playing a couple of quarter 50s, you know, and they play so much weaker, and I'm just making these like marginal bluffs and stuff. And
Who are you talking to?
talking to Tom.
I thought he's talking to you
Sorry.
too.
And I mean, even yesterday I broke even in the game, but I probably stole about 15,000 worth.
Mike, you're going to have to curtail the talk, I think.
Not when he's in a hand, especially.
He's never usually in a hand, so I wasn't expecting this.
That's 15,500.
Mike picked that moment to talk about a game he was in yesterday when Doyle is in the middle of his hand. But Mike's always got an answer.
I'm just here visiting my good friends and having fun.
That's one of his favorite answers. Doyle took a shot at this pot. Daniel calls with his deuces in the flush draw. See if Doyle takes another shot. I think it'll work if he does.
Ace high.
Couple bucks.
Nice play, Doyle.
Nice play, Doyle.
It might be Doyle's first losing night in ever on TV.
Friday the 13th.
Oh, I forgot.
He's riding the broom on himself.
Elke, is those just sunglasses or this is a...
Yeah, play with this group.
Can you play without glasses or not?
Yeah, I can.
Play with this.
I know Mike cannot play without glasses.
I can play without glasses forever.
Yeah.
But I would make 4 bluffs a day.
Look at the real player. Look at Phil Ivey and Daniel. Never play with glasses. Don't do one.
Thanks. Well, they play every hand. What's the difference? they play every hand, so they don't need to play with glasses.
What do you think Doyle can see in your eyes? That's what I say. What can we see in your eyes?
I don't
Big
know.
picture?
All I know is I when I wore glasses, I never got caught bluffing, and when I did quit wearing glasses, I got caught 90% of the time.
You sound like Phil Ivey. Exactly.
I'm not saying it makes a difference. I'm just going to say
It makes coincidence.
just admit you're a little scared. It's okay.
That's it.
It's fine. I'm playing with a lineup who I respect a lot, and I want don't.
Your medication hasn't kicked in yet, has it?
But it will.
When will it?
You'll see.
I can't. If you go around the, I'll have to get earplugs, believe me.
I'll be quiet just for you.
Yeah, I know you will. I know you'll be
You know how much
fine.
I love you, man.
Well, I don't know if the conversation is affecting the hands, but look at this. Phil Ivey raised with 10-5 offsuit to 4,000. Daniel called with 4 deuce offsuit. And Doyle called with 6-3
I
suited.
never see that before. You even didn't see that before.
I didn't put him on a jack deuce already.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Daniel.
Doyle slapped it open and straight.
He's not the biggest winner on high stakes poker for nothing.
That's 10,000.
I think Mike Mattisau was talking about Tom Dwan being the biggest winner on high stakes poker. Ivy bets 10,000. He flopped a pair of 5s, and it's a continuation bet.
My good buddy.
Huh?
My good buddy.
Jack played that hand real good, huh?
Like a moon tried to take away on, destroy us.
Phil's probably putting Doyle on a draw or a 9, like a 10-9.
My friend is
Will not tell me anything but good news.
Either way, he doesn't want him to keep drawing, and if he has a 9, he's trying to represent that queen was a good card for him, so he bets 26,000. I don't see Doyle just calling, which is exactly what he does. Doyle must feel Phil has a big hand, and if he gets that deuce of 7, he's going to get paid off. Instead, Phil makes a third 5, and now Phil's hoping that Doyle wasn't drawing, that he did have that 9, hopefully ace-9, and he might call. He doesn't know the hand's over. But there goes the 60,000, and there goes the Big Papa's cards.
You missed it earlier. He put the curse on Doyle. The Brunson curse. He gave him the. Who did? Doyle did.
Don't worry.
He zapped him.
The day is young.
He's up.
It's just like poker. At first you play, and maybe you're not so good. So you practice, and then you practice some more. And you know what? Eventually you find your rhythm, your game, and you get better. And there you are, a poker player. Learn to play better poker for free at the world's largest online poker site, PokerStars.com, and find the poker star in you.
Welcome back to High Stakes Poker.
They're gonna rerun now.
Here's our stack sizes. Phil Ivey up 45,000. Doyle's a big loser, down about 60 already. Before the break, Ellie was saying Doyle's streak is in jeopardy. Doyle has won 16 straight times on television cash games, and his streak is in jeopardy. Will the Big Papa pull out and hit number 17? We've got a few more shows with this group. It's going to be interesting to see.
Might be, I think.
I have a
I don't
friend.
know or care that much.
I have a friend that told me he's 99.9% sure that's him. He's from Sweden.
Mike is saying he thinks he's 99% sure of the identity of the internet player Isildur, but he's wrong. I know who it is. Isildur is Kaiser Sose. For sure. 100% sure. We had a limb festival before the flop here. Daniels flopped a pair of jacks, bet 3,500. Ellie's in with an open end straight.
Let's play like two tables.
I swear I can't. If I played that kid 6 tables head up, I would be.
There's the 8.
After about 15 minutes.
Ellie's got the nuts.
You'll probably beat him out of 7 million. If he stays.
As long as the doom switch is off.
My head would be just roasted. 15 minutes is enough. I can't do it. I used to do it on the internet.
Very nice performance
No problem.
by Ellie with his straight.
No, I can't. You can do it if you had some chicken. I think
Daniel needs a queen to tie.
Huh? So you could do it if you had some chicken, some salad. Yeah.
I remember when the internet first came out, Ivy was like 13 table.
No problem. It was nothing.
Beat me for 160,000 playing 8160 on my
Daniel must feel he has the best hand here. Must be putting Ellie on a 10.
I raised 40.
Immediately, Ellie's going to raise here. He's doing things a little differently. Must have a new acting coach. Daniel's very surprised. Didn't expect this.
Let's make like a bet, Phil, that you can't win an online tournament.
Me?
In like you have.
I'd like to make a bet on you, Mike, and I'll start it now.
What's that?
We'll bet 10,000 that you can't shut up for at least the end of this hand. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
It'd be no fun.
I bet 10,000 you can't shut up till the end of the show.
Wow. What a gambler, Doy.
Make it 50,000. I won't say a word.
You made it a whole year, Doy, without gambling. And there you go.
All right,
5,000 apiece. I'll pay 5,000.
I will too.
You got it.
You got me. I can tell you that.
Well, that's 15,000 Mike can make.
So mad, but that's okay.
What happens with a guy like Mike, if you're winning in the game, you like his conversation. If you're losing or if you're in the middle of a hand, he drives you nuts.
I mean, why does everybody like want to be like all quiet? This is my fun game with all my friends, man. I'm just trying to have a good time.
No, all you're trying to do is get on TV, man.
No, I'm not. I don't want to be on TV. I'm just here to watch.
I wish if you were on a lie detector test right there,
He'd get electrocuted.
you'd get electrocuted.
Really?
100%. We're barbecued.
Do you think I give a being on TV?
One fact about high stakes poker we are sure of. Who got bleeped the most over the years?
I'll tell you later.
Me.
Where is it?
So, Doy, did you buy any of the,
People are unbelievable.
of the Phil Ivey bet? No? It's only double.
That's too much honor system.
Pretty good, yeah. That's what I told him.
He'll go to the bathroom and he'll eat meat steak in the bathroom, baby.
I have a barbecue tomorrow, Tom. You're not invited.
What's the Phil Ivey bet?
Oh, you don't know the
I
bet?
bet $1 million I could go without meat for a year. That's it.
That's e-betting. Wait, you didn't hear the end of it.
That's going dead.
For a week.
Not for a year.
Anybody want to bet me $4 million?
By the way,
What does that do? Anybody want to bet me 100,000 on that?
They have just the same chances they do winning any bet, any honor bet.
He's really dead.
he's drawing dead. He's drawing.
Well, you are going to put the man on a lie detector, aren't you?
Gus is drawing dead.
But you could one thing is that I have honor, though. You
could beat a lie detector.
Huh?
What were you just gonna say?
You could beat a lie detector. Yeah, of course.
As we revisit Phil Ivey's vegetarian bet for the 6th time, Daniel raised to 15-2 before the flop with ace-9 offsuit. Juan called with king-7 of hearts. Juan flopped a flush draw, and Daniel continues 23-5 and gets
$1
called.
million for no meat? I don't know. I mean, $1 million to Phil's not much money, so you might.
This is a lot of money to anyone. I hope.
According to Phil, they're going to settle. They're going to settle after 8 months. Tom Duan going to bag and settle.
Every day I just wake up, I pick up 3,000 not to eat no meat.
Poor Joe, you have to lose all this money.
I picked up 3,000 yesterday. I'm picking up 3,000 today.
Oh, you started? I thought you started in the beginning.
Started yesterday.
Oh, wow.
56.8.
The diet?
The gentleman in the 3-seat.
Despite all the distractions, Tom Dwan stays focused, makes the right bet, and picks up another pot.
He thinks I'm going to call the settle, which I might.
I think I didn't put enough chips on to start.
But the
I said
settlement's going to be in.
I was wondering, it looked like you didn't have enough money on there.
Yeah.
So maybe they can ask him what you want so far.
I don't
They
really
can
care.
put a different.
Well, whatever, it's fine.
I was gonna start with 500, but I said, screw it. I don't need to start with so much against you donkeys.
Welcome back to the Golden Nugget. This is High Stakes Poker. Time now for 30 seconds with Kara Scott.
Making friends with your work colleagues is inevitable, and poker players are no different. Let's find out who they're close with away from the table.
Chip Reese was my best friend in poker. He passed away.
It used to be Chip Reese. We used to talk every day.
Now,
Doyle Bronson.
Elliot Lazarus.
I wish I'd be playing when I'm 76, I tell you that.
I'm not sure I can answer who's my best man in poker.
It's sick to say it, but probably my best friend in poker is Phil Helmut.
Tom Dwan.
Phil Galfond. I don't want to make one more jealous than another.
I don't know why, because I feel bad for him because he's mentally ill.
I'd have to say my closest friend is Jennifer Harmon. I've known her for a long time. I learned a lot from her growing up, and she's just a genuinely good person.
Maybe the ace of spade.
My best friend in poker is Bill Frist. We discuss hands, we talk about plays. Sometimes we have lunch with Bonnie Frank.
Zohan.
Can you do Tom?
Well, I could. Raise it. But he doesn't really say anything.
I love it when he does it.
Daniel doing his Tom Dwan impression. Pretty good.
It was funny.
Daniel raised to 3,000, and Doyle did his Phil Locke impression and just called with a pair of queens.
He's awesome.
David Benjamin's going to call 2,600, 7-5 of spades.
They play for the flop. Let me get you a beer.
Big flop. Both Daniel and David flop flush draws.
If Doyle drinking shots, I'm drinking shots. For every shot Doyle drink, I drink two.
I can't take it. What's that?
Daniel bets 8,500. Doyle raised here, might get called in both spots. David also has got the inside straight draw. Daniel's got top pair along with the flush draw. Just calls. David might raise. He just calls. Wow, what a card. The Queen of Spades. Both Daniel and David have made a flush. Doyle's made top set. Check, check, check. At this point, everybody's got to believe they got the best hand, and that ace doesn't change anything. David checks again. Daniel's not checking anymore. 26-2. Doyle might be putting Daniel on ace-king.
Oh, it is?
He calls. I believe David thinks he's got the best hand, that he's the only one with a flush. He might even be giving Daniel 3 aces. And Daniel proceeded cautiously on the turn. There's no way Doyle has a flush. Doyle just called that 26-2. And it doesn't look like Daniel has a flush. David's going to make a pretty big raise here. He's going to raise to $101,200. Almost like he could be bluffing. Daniel is not putting David on a small flush. He's putting him on a bluff or maybe the absolute nuts. And Doyle's just fed up with this whole hand. Daniel picks up his cards, gives Ellie a look at them, and folds the best hand.
Check that hand twice over with that hand. That's hard to make a believe.
Doyle also really believes it's very possible David's bluffing. He's a little fed up with how he played his queens. He doesn't want to compound it by throwing away the best hand here. Looks like he's calling. There he goes.
Flush. Oh my God, he laid down 10 high flush.
I was thinking he could.
I had jack. Damn. I almost put in 3,000 with the jack 2 suited on the button.
I was thinking, what is he going to do? He has like a 9 or 10. He might lay down a 10 high flush, or he might come in with a straight. Like him.
I think he was a straight if he did it on 10 high flush.
Not him.
Him. Pretty good combo. Got paid by the worst hand. Got the best hand.
No way in the world. I don't have this fold on me. What Daniel just folded was 75.
Wow.
Oh, Edward, no, please don't come in. I know this must be difficult for you, and it's really not your fault. But I've met Troy now, and intellectually, he's more on my plane.
You got a plane?
Bad poker face. Doesn't matter when you play online at partypoker.com. It's fun, it's easy, it's the world's largest poker room.
Twin engine?
You're watching High Stakes Poker. Before the break, we had a huge hand between David, Doyle, and Daniel. David got a chance to tell his thoughts about that hand to Kara Scott.
On the turn, great turn for you. What if someone bets into you? What do you do there?
If somebody bets into me, I'm probably going to think I'm beat. I probably will have to call one time, and I will lay down probably the second time. But that's why I check.
And then the river comes. Talk to me about what sort of a hand you're putting Daniel on and Doyle.
Most likely they have hands. They have good hands. I don't know about Doyle, but Daniel seems to have a hand. He bet the flop, and he bet almost the pot on the flop. And when he does that, he does that, I believe he has a good hand. So once he checks the turn, my strategy on the river, to observe a little bit what's going on, because I don't think I can get much value in betting. Now, when Daniel bets, I was never going to raise him. But once Doyle calls, I believe that Daniel might be in the middle between Doyle and I if I raise him and he's capable of laying down. And if he hasn't bet the turn, he doesn't have like a king high flush or an ace high flush. So he can lay down a medium side flush. And on the other side, why would it maybe be a good value raise? Because Doyle can suddenly have 2-1 in case I was just making a play. So it turned out to be perfect.
Yeah, it's a perfect situation for you.
It's not always perfect, but this one turned out to be really great.
David's claiming that he felt Daniel might have a medium-sized flush. I don't know if that's revisionist history. Sometimes poker players in describing hands give themselves a little license. But if he is telling the truth and he suspected that, then it was just a brilliant play.
It's very weird.
Ellie has ace-king, raised to 3,000. Doyle called with a pair of threes. David also with ace-king is feeling it. Raise it to 18-7. We know Ellie's not going anywhere with his ace-king. Don't think he's going to raise either. Probably just taking a little time and he's going to call. And Doyle will probably call with his threes here. Be a good spot to snag a three. But Doyle doesn't even consider it.
I knew that queen of spades fell awful heavy.
Yeah, Doyle's still thinking about the last hand. That queen of spades was heavy. Cost you $101,000. No aces or kings on the flop. Both players have missed. Ellie checks. David Benjamin has lost his clairvoyance. He checks also. There's the 3 that Doyle needed. But he's a total professional, doesn't let anyone at the table know the 3 hit him. It could affect the hand. David Benjamin could bet here because he got the nut flush draw, but he doesn't. Both players hit the ace.
22.
Quick bet at 22, quick call. Both players turn over their ace king.
A couple of crabs that will fit in there good.
Why? You have the real club? You didn't want to bluff on it, then? He's playing very good after the last 7-eye flush or whatever.
You know, if you guys understand, you guys, it's the written rule. It's called the David Benjamin rule. You let the idiot get out in front, and he plays like a superstar. You get him stuck, and he's a big fish. Now you guys got him out in front, and we have to deal with all day. Thank you, both.
Back for more high-stakes poker.
We can play a round of
Who
straddle.
plays more pots today?
We can play a round of straddle. This way I'll be able to get in to play a hand.
I guess the players are getting on Mike for not playing enough. He offered to start a round of straddles the next hand. Nobody seems to be taking him up on his
I'm
offer.
just going to call blind. I'm not even going to look like this around me. Oh, never mind.
You notice our hands are running together today, David. I don't know how many pots I've played. Every pot I've played, he's been right on top of me. So
I had ace queen of spade.
He's using his position on you since he knows he's got a bump in the log right in between.
You got what?
A bump in the log in between.
The hands are really running together. Exact same hands. Queen 10 suited.
You got to play at least one hand. Because if you don't play any
Yeah,
hands,
but I keep the, just think if I'm not here that you just would have like 7 stiffs not talking. I gotta keep the show going here, buddy.
no, I mean, if you don't play any hands, then we probably won't be back. I'm just saying. Not, I don't make the decision. I'm just thinking. If you don't play any pots at all, it's probably
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to Gabe and tell Gabe that if you don't play any cards.
I don't think. Well, I know Phil Ivey wouldn't.
Does no
play
good to talk to me, Ellie. I don't even have my own parking space.
They might have played the jack deuce on the button.
David Benjamin going for the hat trick here. Betting 3,300 with air. Got called by Ellie with an inside straight draw. And Tom Dwan with the real hand, top 2 pair.
But I promise, I mean, it's tough to get to connected. Hold on, Doyle's in another pot.
if you notice, I'm in a lot of pots.
Here you go. He's in another one. Let's see what he does here.
19-6.
Oh, he's folding. Oh, he's in another one.
It's just a weird pot. I mean, he just doesn't.
Excuse me? What are you talking about?
No, they can't have no, especially the turn.
He's got a hand, Ellie. Ellie might think Dwan is drawing and his ace is good, plus he's got the inside straight draw. Nope. Lets it go.
That's why I hate you.
Really, he had to bluff me up a slightly higher flush.
You don't let me draw for cheap.
It was a sick play. If you were playing it, bluff me up.
We might be drawing both of us, though. You know?
Always drawing.
You get tons of hands. I watch TV.
Daniel, we're playing the same game. Well, almost.
Let's feel Ivy.
Yeah.
Where it all goes?
They tell me I'm intimidating. They tell me I can melt a man with my stare. Actually, we're just all playing the same game. Well, almost.
Yeah, you didn't say that? No, I think I did. Like, I wasn't sure. I never saw it somewhere.
That might have been Doyle's best moment ever on high stakes poker.
Did it take you a long time to learn the text?
Daniel raises to 3,000 with jacks. Ellie's got the button. Decides to make it 13 with ace-9 offsuit.
Lost 200,000, 115.
And Daniel just calls.
I think I quite lost 200.
Want to hear something funny? I've never even seen a commercial on TV. Never seen it.
I just meant in that hand.
No, not that hand.
Daniel checks. I would have bet there just to get a little information.
Yeah.
If Ellie bets, Daniel's completely in the dark now.
No, you won a hand. You had 2 aces.
Yeah, I'm going to win.
I haven't won a hand yet.
19-9. Could be anything. Could be aces, could be kings, could be ace-queen, could be 3 queens, could be air, like Ellie has. Could be a big draw also.
So, will you give me some action on the bracelet that I made, though?
The main thing is Daniel has no idea right now.
2 bracelets in 3 years. One big counts for a chop. Same exact rules as Phil's. You know how to play half. I bet him 2.
Another queen on the turn.
You laid 2 to 1.
Daniel checks again.
In 2 years? In 3 years. He won 2 bracelets in 3 years.
You won't win 2 bracelets in 10 years. You're going to win 2 bracelets in the next...
Ellie bets 25,000.
It counts as a chop. Like if I win...
I'll bet 50,000.
We know he's at least calling.
You're laying 2 to 1?
You're laying 2 to 1.
Oh, I'm laying 2 to 1. Okay, 50 to 50. I'll lay 50 to
That's what he does. He elects to play small ball poker. If he raised, he would have taken down the pot because he does have the best hand.
Take it off this year.
But not anymore. Ellie caught the ace he needs.
Because I'd forget it.
We make
Jacks. And now he checks.
How many times you make it through the first
show. This is just sick. Just so sick.
Kind of beat like that will make your neck itch. 3 aces left in the deck.
What's going on?
Ellie had to catch one of them. I think Ellie was through with betting in that hand.
Any ace will do it.
Back to the Golden Nugget for more high stakes poker.
Oh, you just hit an ace.
And now it's time for this week's PokerStars.net Did You Know moment with Daniel Negreanu.
Did you know that at the poker table, a player can technically take as long as he wants to make a decision? I mean, a minute, an hour, or even a day. But if you think your opponent is taking too long, you can just call the clock, which means the floor man will give him 60 seconds to act or his hand is dead. It's generally bad etiquette to call the clock, but I mean, come on. Those rags you're holding aren't going to change, and I already know what you got, buddy. Let's go. Oh.
I once went out with a lady poker player. She called the clock a lot, especially when we were getting passionate.
And that's like probably bad for him.
She started counting down from 10. There was a lot of pressure.
You don't play the mixed games.
I don't know how to play the mixed games.
Oh, you'll figure it out. He didn't know how to play deuce to 7 either, but he won a bracelet.
Yeah, but he's Phil Ivey. I don't know how to play those games. I only know how to play online.
What price can I get that I win in deuce to 7 bracelet this year? It's 2 events. Is it going to be 2?
I'll go last longer bet than do both of them.
We finally raised the
Why don't we just do... Phil, why don't we just
Again, Doyle is not going to re-raise with a big pair. Last time was disastrous with the queens.
I'm not laying you 2 to 1 on a must win anymore. I just did that to be nice because you just gave me that $1 million in a vegetable in a vegetarian.
Great flop for Doyle.
It's worth the million to watch him eat them vegetables.
Ivy's got top pair. Doyle's got kings at a flush draw. Check, check.
I wonder how much Daniel would
Opportunities are diminishing here. Ivy doesn't have a diamond. Doyle makes 3 kings along with his flush.
Come on, I think I can
Bets 5,500.
Salmon and chicken for $5 million.
Salmon and chicken.
At least he gets something from Phil
5
Ivey.
million for meat and everything, you take it.
I only flopped a 7, big boy.
In
That's
6
all.
months, you take it.
Let's see.
Every day.
Let's
We
see.
feed it in you.
At that point, Ivy thought Doyle might be trying to make a move.
Like you just said.
No, I was saying I'd convince him to do it, not that I put up the money.
You can convince me without putting money up.
No, I'm saying if someone else offered it, that I'd be like,
Yeah, but realistically, no one
They gave Bub 10,000 to eat a hamburger, and I wouldn't take the 10,000.
He turned down 10,000 to eat 2 olives.
I wouldn't eat 2 olives for 10,000.
This is good. You don't like olives?
The loveliest thing I've ever seen in my life.
I don't know if I'd eat a pickle for 10,000. I don't think
I'll eat
I'll
eat anything that's edible for 10,000, right?
I think I would, I guess.
He'd eat for 10,000.
Okay.
I mean, edible. Like that people eat. Like he'd eat for 10,000.
Mikey will eat everything.
I probably do that for free.
I'd eat a pickle for 10K, I guess. But I would not be happy.
What? So you don't like? Have you ever had one before?
I do not like pickles.
Have you had one?
Like, unintentionally on a burger or something, I bit down.
But those are that's you got to eat the kosher. You got to eat the kosher dill pickles, man. Those are like olives. Have you
It
had all
smells
kinds
so
of
disgusting.
Yes.
When was the
I
last
don't
time you had
like.
one?
Just only even talking about it.
When I was young, I didn't like them, but now I like them. Your taste has changed. Maybe
I don't like them.
I wouldn't eat sushi for all the money in the world 10 years ago. Now I eat 5 days a week.
These guys need their own show on the Food Network.
I used to eat sushi 5 nights a week. Now I eat vegetables.
Ellie's got bottom pair. That's 5,200.
What did you say?
Because I used to eat sushi 5 days a week. Now I eat vegetables.
Mini chicken missing.
All right, Tom. You got. You. I think I'm gonna give you 5,000 and cancel it. I don't think about it.
Throw it out there and see if I take it. Huh? Put it out there and see if I take it.
See, I'm thinking about it.
I don't think it's worth it to you. Because I know your lifestyle.
Juan going to the whip is not going to make Ellie lay down his pair of fours right now.
Trying to maintain my weight. I did for you. The only time that I ever my weight
9.
stayed the same for you.
Not a significant card. Doesn't really change much.
No red meat.
I cut red meat out already. I don't eat red meat anymore.
Juan shuts it down.
They cut that out.
I didn't eat one piece of bread or one piece of red meat for 6 months. I lost all that weight.
Juan's probably putting Ellie on a small king. King deuce, king 3.
All right.
A pair.
A pair. A real pair. How did I get like 90,000 in a pot, man? They say a pair.
Tom Duan, you don't need much to get in.
We play for big pots, small stakes, and the chance to say, read 'em and weep. For the weekends, the all-nighters, and the lunch hour. We play for the legends and for the unknowns who dream of winning it all. For the bad beats. In the Pocket Kings, we sometimes have the sense to fold. We play at FullTiltPoker.com.
This is High Stakes Poker.
Like,
And here are our stack sizes.
that was the best game.
Juan and Ivy are up. The big losers, the big pop-up. Over 150,000, and that 16-game winning streak is on the line. You almost know how Joe DiMaggio felt on that 57th game.
Yeah, I play one hand at AC instead of AC double mine.
Good one. Ace what?
ACs.
Aces?
That's what.
Go ahead, show me your aces again.
Oh, it's me.
I'm not gonna lie, Tom. It was a big laydown for me. It was the Jack 7 suited. But it was the best I've had for me.
Mike Matisow says Jack 7 suited. Well, Elke's going to play his first hand with Jack 7 offsuit. Raises to 3,000. Elke, by the way, has won over $5 million in the last 2 years in tournaments.
8, 9, 10. Well, but he blocked this thing.
And welcome to High Stakes Poker. You flop a pair of 7s, and Phil Ivy's got top set.
For me, you and Doyle three-handed.
Okay, in 30 years, I wish I know half of what Doyle knows. In 30 years. So.
Elke might be tempted to raise here.
Maybe half as much as I know.
That's true too. I never
just
make
calls.
It in the final World Series. You make it twice. Phil Ivey make it once and once on the bubble.
I just hope that 10 years from now, no one knows 10% of what I know.
You heard that? They'll win poker if they'll not
15,000.
I'm just hoping, 983. I'm just hoping you make it 10 years because I like you. If he raised the flop, I would have got it, and I top pair. So.
I don't care if you lost 4 million today.
Elke gets away from the hand.
What's that?
If he'd raised over flop, he'd not have been off.
All I know is I'm watching them games, and I'm vomiting every day.
By the way, it's like this.
Minutes.
Patrick Antonio.
Elke's originally from France. He moved to Korea, where he was a professional video game player. That's why he has that colored hair. He wanted to fit in better with the Koreans.
Versus my 500 in 2010.
You know what Eric Sanchez?
London was a chop, right?
Eric Sanchez said that's why you need to start betting against Ivy because
He went through him. He went through him.
Continue to do what he does.
He said he hit about 4 props if they'll play, or 5 of them suited. But you don't care, right? He did, or I did?
I did.
Mike Matisow has not played a hand.
What else is there?
Only player not played a hand on this show.
For like 5,000.
They won't allow us to play props.
I know. I was watching it. It kind of hurts the game. No, what hurts the game is guys who sit here and don't play any pots. That's what hurts the game.
But we don't have any of those, so it's okay.
Just Mike. He's a folding net.
Mike, he's played a lot of pots already.
I've won none and I've lost none.
Big flop. Ellie's got top pair, top kicker. Phil Ivey has got the nut flush draw and an inside straight flush draw, and he bets 10,000. Ellie just calls. Looks like everybody's playing small ball poker in this group. Nobody wants to take a chance and raise if they could be behind.
Still just a little bit bigger. Just,
I like it. Tired. It's like $400 hand. 400.
Maybe like 500,000, 500 maybe?
25,000, and that queen's not going to stop Ellie from calling.
You don't think that 200 ante, 400, 800 is big enough? No, I like an ante as big as a small one. Those are the juiciest games.
Well, whatever Phil Ivey bets now, Ellie's calling. If Phil Ivey bets.
This is a juicy game.
And if Ellie checks, which it doesn't look like he's going to do, which is what he should have done, which is what he would have did if he knew what the hands are.
People need to play hands.
Right, it's 28 around here. Right?
I think my commentary even confused Phil Ivey. He just went out.
500,000 with
Well, that's the end of our first episode with these players. Big Papa Doll Brunson is way down on points. He's going to need a knockout to win that 17th straight time.
Next time on High Stakes Poker, Phil Galfond returns to our high stakes felt determined to generate action.
How much you start again with?
$250. That's a lot, right?
Elia Lesra gets pulses racing.
Good steal from Eli. That's
easy. Not even close.
And Mike Matiso's fuse starts to blow.
Give me the 5-6 suited. I'll jump in. Here, you guys think I don't gamble?
I'm all in.
I'm all in too.
No, you guys are serious?